Hello everyone. I have to tell you, conference season is coming up and I am so excited to get to see so many of you in person. Now, before we get started with our new series, let me give you a heads up about what the next few months look like here at the IM Music Group. The 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I will be in Norfolk, Virginia, speaking at the Virginia Music Educators Association Conference. I have really dear friends in Virginia and I absolutely love it there. I get asked all of the time when I'm traveling, can you come to our district or can you come to our university and talk to us? So for this trip to VMEA, I have a little extra time left. So heads up for any of you who go to school around there, if you're a student, looking at you, James Madison, George Mason, Christopher Newport, Longwood, Old Dominion, Virginia Commonwealth, Virginia Tech. If you are interested in knowing more about how to get me at your school, and even how to get coordinated with other schools to do something bigger and share the costs, send an email to admin@iamschoolofmusic.com. After the holiday break, I will be at the Indiana MEA conference, the Michigan MEA conference, the South Carolina MEA conference, and the NAFME Northwest conference. Now keep an eye out for me. I will be speaking on super effective advocacy, how to do real self-care as a music teacher, navigating big emotions in your classroom, using music lessons to boost your students' mental health, and actually we're gonna do a deep dive into the topic we're getting into right now, the practice map. Now for anyone in any of those states, get in contact with me soon if you need a speaker between January and May, because those time slots are filling up and they're gonna move quicker when the conferences start. All right, moving on. I'm getting a lot of great feedback lately, but the most common theme is, how do you do all of this stuff? Like, what do I do practically? And I hear you. I'm seriously grateful for the people who have been letting me know that they want more of the how on top of the what and the why. Now, in that spirit, today we're going to start a series on the practice map. Okay, so what is the practice map, you ask? Well, thank you for asking. I love it when you anticipate my questions. In short, the practice map is a visual representation of what the journey through practice looks like. It's hugely helpful for students to see how far they've come, how far they have to go, and be able to anticipate what's coming next for them. Now at the IM group, we actually have 3 practice maps for you to use. The first one is student facing. It looks like this. Pretty much any student could read this and understand it pretty easily. It's available to print for free on our website in a couple of different formats. And actually, if you see me at any of the conferences, I will have these printed on 7x5 postcards for you to take home. Many of you have already downloaded it. If you haven't yet, you can find the link for the download in the newsletter, or you can find it in the doobly-doo under the YouTube video. Now, the second map is actually teacher facing, that's you. It's not as instantly understandable. To get the most out of this map, you will want to know at the very least what all of these terms mean: unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, etc. Luckily for you, we are going to spend the next good number of weeks getting really into these terms together in these videos. If you have my book or my audiobook already, you will already know this map well. It looks a little like this. Now, as you can see, the top part isn't really complicated. In fact, it's really just the titles from the student-facing version. The bottom area is where the business is. It goes through the different stages of competence, which again, if you have my book, chapters 9 through 14 go through these stages in a fair amount of detail. If you don't have my book, there's actually some discount codes that you'll be getting in the email. Now, these stages are going to be part of what we're going to be exploring in these series, with a special attention paid on how to practically apply this knowledge to the things that you can do in a classroom. Now, this third map is the one that makes the second one sense. This one you will have to take time to teach your students, but it's worth it. A student who understands how to follow this map carefully will be able to optimize and supercharge their own practice and have real ownership over their work. Now, this map looks something like this. Now, once we've finished this series, you'll be able to use this map with your students to help them learn the process of practice. This is scaffolding for learning the process of practice. Okay, now for time's sake, we'll end here. Next week, we'll do an overview of the 5 stages of competence, why you want to know them, and one practical thing you can do during your next teaching day to help your students thrive. See you all then.